Yeah, whatever. It's a load of shit. I could draw better than that any day. Ha 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 ha. No, only joking, obviously. Come on. Don't you hate that when someone says something silly and then a second later they say, ha, only joking? Like, yeah, I know you're only joking. You don't have to. There's been several times in my life that I've, like several times over the years, that I thought I wanted to take a vow of silence, like a legitimate, like just vow of silence. There's no other way to put that, really, is there? But it's almost always been around the times where, like, I've had jobs and stuff. I've had to, like, work and be part of a team and communicate with people. And, you know, going into work one day with a little bit of paper saying, I am taking a vow of silence. Sorry, I cannot talk. It'd be some shit I'd probably get fired for. I mean, I can say, like, oh, it's a religious thing and they can't fire me for that legally. They can find another reason to fire me. I always thought that, like, they can just say it's for something else. I'm sure there's plenty of reasons I could be fired. But I did think, you know, maybe I could, like, make a forgery of, like, a doctor's note, like a medical release card, if that's a thing. I don't fucking know. Saying I am under medical orders to not talk. I like how this starts off with these pages. This is stuff I want to put in my books, but, like, you can't really do. I mean, it costs money to do extra shit like this. So if someone like Dark Horse is putting out giant editions of your work, then yeah, they can probably afford to throw in some fucking fold out colourful painted pages, and that'll be cool. But until that point, I'll fucking make do with the shit I normally do. I like that it starts off with a bunch of trolls. A troll fight. Have the first, like, huge chunk of it is just fighting these trolls, and I really like that. I like this, where he's, like, split this one's nose off, and this one, I love drawing that, like zombies and stuff, where they get their heads split open just above the lower jaw. I like that. That's a really cool, like, visual fucking thing in it. So the person, that person that was going on and on and on about me fucking looking at Berserk, because I'd love the artwork so much. I think you'd really be into it, you. And it seems like it's really your sort of thing. The drawings are so good, the monster designs and the action and everything. It's so cool. That's cool too. Same, they chopped off the head to just above the lower jaw. They sent me the money to buy one of these large editions. Ow, I hit my thumb there. I asked if there was a particular volume, because, like I said when I looked at the other one, volume 1, it's cool, it's Berserk, but, like, the artists are never on point at volume 1. That's where they're just starting out, and then they really get into the flow of it later on. So I asked the person, you know who you are, you fine, where I should, you know, where they'd advise I, like, pick up a book at. And they said volume 9's probably a good one. And someone else said volume 10. So it seems around about the same sort of area that people are sort of agreed that is good to look at in terms of artwork and stuff. So volume 9 of the big fucking Dark Horse volumes, paid for by that person. So good for them, I guess. Look! I'm looking at the thing that you sent me money for. Are you happy now? You fucking happy? I'm not. Jesus. Real magic. Have you seen the meme drawing, the little comic of from The Dark Knight, where Joker goes, now watch this pencil disappear, and in the film he sticks it in a table and then he, like, grabs a guy's head and slams the guy's head onto the pencil, apparently going through his eye or something, and then the guy falls away and the pencil's gone. But then in this comic someone drew, it's a shitty, well, not shitty drawn, it's just not brilliantly drawn, it's quickly doodled to get the joke across, of the Joker going, as I make this pencil disappear, and he like puts it in the table and then goes puff, and it like vanishes, and then all the people around the table are going, wow, it's magic, but how does he do it? And that reminds me of that. Real magic, wow. I love the design of the trolls as well. They're like pig-like. They look like pig monsters. They remind me of something, maybe something from Star Wars. Yeah, I quite like it. There's the little one there. He's running around the corner. He's late to the party. He's mine. Don't jump in. That's quite funny. This one straggler comes around the corner, and then this little kid's like, "I fucking got him." No. Okay, I saw this panel and I thought, oh, that's quite a cool panel. The kid's face is pretty funny. I didn't clock that it was directly after this panel. This one comes around the corner, so the little kid chases after it, and then a shitload more come around the corner, and he runs back like shit. This is a cool shot. Just like you can imagine that in like a cinematic view, like a camera shot panning across all these snarling, snorting troll faces. Cool hatching, giving like shadow but like a sort of underlighting effect on the noses. Cool textures and shit. Yeah, I love this panel as well, similar to that one. Really cool, just fucking nasty, gnarly, monstrous trolls. And all running about the place and shit. What happened there? Did one of the trolls explode or something? It looks like it, doesn't it? That's a cool shot. Difficult shot to do as well, like a convincing bird's eye view kind of shot. And it's not strictly bird's eye view from like top down, but like top down from an angle, kind of looking down with a bunch of shit going on. That's cool. I probably won't look through all of this right now. I might make this a two-parter because there's a lot of it. More colour pages in the back. Ain't that nice? And then the eponymous hero, which I believe means the hero who is like the titular hero, the hero of the title of the piece. Let's check that. Let's do the Google. Let's Google the Google eponymous. Oh, I spelled it right and everything. Of, relating to, or being the person or thing for whom or which something is named. Which is to say, the thing's Berserk. I don't know if his name's Guts, I guess, but he's the guy. He's the hero of the thing, that the thing is thing of the thing. And that's really cool, him showing up, chopping these bastards to pieces. I like the texture on the fur as well. That's really like a pain in the balls to do, but done really well with like good brush work, lots of little like, because he's actually drawing the fur as well. He's not just like doing loads of random hatching to imply fur. He's like taking time to make the fur like be drawn and shit on these textures. It's really, really good. And then like where he split them apart and there's a gap in between them where he fits in visually. That's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. That's really good, that is. Stamps on that one's face and its eyes popping out his stupid head. Good. That's a good shot. A good solid like profile character shot. Good hatching on the face. A good sort of like, it's almost got movement to it, but like it's stoic and strong. Good like double lighting. That's really good. Solid work. And then a good heroic shot of the guy. Tell me it doesn't have that kind of energy. But I did think, of course, if I were to take a vow of silence, like typically they're taken for like religious reasons and shit, like monks take them just to be more monk-like. But then I was thinking, that's a really, really cool action shot. Really solid, chunky bodies of these trolls being tossed about and chopped up. And a good, like, movement of him, like, swinging his sword around. It's not easy to do without it looking a little silly, but that's pretty good. Pretty good. Swirling on his heel, that's a good little indication of that. Like his heel like turning into the dirt, like but then I thought if I was to take a vow of silence, no doubt people would have questions, because they'd be like, why, like, you're not a monk. You live in fucking the south of England, why are you taking a vow of silence? And I'd, be like, I just fucking sick of myself, and I just want to shut the fuck up. And I don't want to talk to anyone, and hopefully it would reduce the amount of interactions I'd have to have with people trying to talk to me. Just leave me the fuck alone, to be quiet. Why take a vow of silence? It finishes the thing for me. People often undertake vows of silence for spiritual, personal growth, or mindfulness reasons. When you can't speak for an extended period, it can lead to deeper reflection and awareness of your thoughts and emotions. A vow of silence could be a day, week, or months long. What are the benefits of taking a vow of silence? Ooh, excuse me. Sometimes the world feels chaotic. We can access information with a couple of taps on our own mobile devices and constantly communicate. Swami says going silent allows people to disconnect and reconnect. Oh, disconnect to reconnect. It's like a detox for the brain, body and mind, he says. Whoever Swami is, Jesus. How to deepen your spiritual practice. See, because I don't really give a shit. Well, I mean, I kind of do. I've been contemplating taking some time off, social media and such. The issue, of course, is money. Like, I need to be on there to keep work coming in, to keep work going out, to keep work coming in, so I can have a roof over my head. Yeah, I love like the blood fucking sprays out by the gallon. That's really cool. Magic users. Oh man, Morgan really brought them here. Oh my god. That's me whenever I play Skyrim. I fucking hate magic. Well, I don't hate magic, but like anything past like a sword enchanted with fire magic, I'm just like, just fuck it. I don't even care about the dragon shouts. They're kind of cool, and it's always fun to Fusradar someone off of a bridge and watch them tumble down a mountainside or whatever. But I don't. It doesn't appeal to me. Just give me an axe and point me in the direction of the monsters. And then whenever I go to like a gang of bandits or something and there's one of them shooting ice spikes at me, I'm just like, fucking magic users. Fuck you, you fucking Harry Potter wannabe. And I run at them, kill them first, fucking chop their heads off, and then wear their armour and defeat all the other. But yeah, that's sort of a rather irrelevant tangent, but fucking is what it is. But yeah, I would like to, disconnect, not necessarily disconnect to reconnect, but disconnect just to fucking because it gets a bit much, doesn't it? I don't think we're supposed to have as much information fucking forced into our stupid heads. I was going to say on a daily basis, on a fucking minute by minute basis, constantly refreshing newsreel of information, of every world event that's happening at once, plus what all of your friends are getting up to, plus what the fucker down the road has done, plus what these creators are making, what films are coming out, and the Oscars, and this and that, and fucking drama and beef going on. It's just there's no way we're supposed to have that much shit coming at us at every moment of every day. I like the little climbing up onto the roof trolls. That's a cool picture as well. That's a really cool shot. With their glowing eyes. Good architecture. Drawing, lots and lots of hatching. I like that that's what he's done for the tone as well. It looks like he's done that quite a lot, where it seems to be, it could be a screen tone, but it looks like it's largely spattering with like a toothbrush or something, and a lot of hatching to like give this grey tone, and then maybe he's whited out some highlight bits here, which is really good to see. I always really appreciate when tones are done by hand. Like, you know, use screen tones here and there, sure. And yeah, manga artists use their tones really well. And Japan, I think it's mostly in Japan, they create these crazy screen tones that are like this. Like these weird cloud effect screen tones that you can put down and rub onto your page. And manga artists are really good at using screen tones. But I really do appreciate when you can create tone through hatching. Like Bernie Wrightson, for instance, seems an obvious one to go to, but like the tones he can create just with his ink work is second to none. Like, just fucking incredible. Slicing through some more fucking trolls. Bunch of furry pig-nosed cunts. And then there was a big monster. Where's the big monster at? Where did that guy get to? These pages are cool as well. This little wizard character or whatever doing their magic shit. O blessed liege of the yeast. Of the yeast. Oh, he's got an infection. Shelter us here at this place. And then this like grand liege of the east. I don't know. All this billowing, magical, ethereal cloaks and stuff. Really, like, gorgeously drawn. Almost funny that like the actual drawing is relatively basic. It's sort of line drawings, and then the tones, like the screen tones and stuff, to create the weird wispy in and undertones and stuff, and halo and shit. I've got to assume there is like this fire looks like it's either digitally added or with a screen tone or something. If it's a screen tone, that's a really fucking cool screen tone to have. And then, you know, parts of it hand drawn in and stuff. Yeah, I love these pages. And they're a good sort of like removal from this mass troll fight going on in an urban area, or what could be considered an urban area. And then to jump to this ethereal plane with a godlike being with a fucking flaming sword or whatever, protecting the building. Oh, I like this sort of stuff. Vegebla markto ateg vegadula. Like the, Evil Dead Necronomicon speech. Le oram. Blinding white light, and all the trolls are like, fuck's going on? Oh. Shrouding the place in holy protective light, fire magic, setting the trolls ablaze. The trolls, they're crumbling. What's this light? There we are. I love the design of this monster. Bear in mind, this is the first time I'm seeing it. I don't have information about it. It's not like a long time thing. This is my first impressions. Visually, I hate it. It does not appeal to me visually. It doesn't make me go like, oh, it's so fucking badass. It's so cool. It's such a fucking awesome looking monster. It looks ugly as fuck. But almost that's the point, I guess. I guess it's like a sperm whale crossed with a hog. It's got like hog nose and tusks, but a sperm whale fucking head and mouth, and then somewhat human body parts, hands and arms and stuff. Like, it's ugly as fuck. And not even in just like, oh, that's an ugly monster, but in terms of like, for me personally, the design, Like having the eyes here is really sort of off-putting. But again, that's probably the point. It's not meant to, like... I'm not ripping into it. It's an incredible drawing as well. The hatching, sort of implying all the texture on it and stuff, and the lighting is really, really well done. It's fucking horrendous body. Looks like my body, actually. See, 'cause, but it's just a big, big fucking horrible troll monster thing. Again, the textures are really cool. I like it. It's good, yeah. Well, I mean, it's alright. Oh, tits! Oh, sexy tit lady with fucking tendrils and shit going on. She's coming up out of a mess of intestines. Guts? Isn't that his name? That's quite cool. It's like, yeah, I guess to him it looks like guts or intestines or whatever. Ooh. Me when I nap at 3 in the afternoon. And then the guts sort of like rise up and these mounds form and they're tits. And it's a woman's face and it's a hot, sexy tit lady with gut, body, hair shit. Troll entrails make for a revolting ethereal figure. Oh, I guess they are guts then. Troll guts. She used the word ethereal. That's cool. I've been using that one. I've been tossing that one around. Like I'm going to toss myself off later to this image. Masturbating to anime porn. We've all done it. Some of us. Probably much more than others. Speaking for myself. Yeah, the art's really cool. I don't really, you know, that's fucking cool. I like that. Love a nice big bad guy on a big bad horse. Love that shit. Big bad armoured lich man. Whore princess of the uterine sea. I guess that's the entrails tit lady. Oh, there's lots of the sperm whale monster troll fuckers. Is there a lot of them earlier on? Or did I miss? Because I did skip quite a chunk. I like this lizard horse. And I like that about the thing as well, is the guy who made it. I don't even know the fucking name of the guy. Kentaro Miura. That man. It does come across like he's just almost making shit up as he goes along. Fucking a lizard horse, like an alligator horse, that'd do. Fucking whatever. And then this thing's gonna have like the head of a sperm whale and tusks and like a weird troll body. Yeah, it'll be all good. Really nice character shot. I do like a good like full body character shot. And another strong headpiece as well. Understood, boss. What? He tossed something at him and it splurged through his tummy. He'll be trampled. No, he won't. You mustn't. Etc. Oh, his arm's coming off. Lizard dog. Horse frog. Horse frog. Bitch dog. Yeah, the drawings are good. Is that a hot take? To look through Berserk and go, yeah, the drawings are good. It's so dense as well. Like there's, you get those pages out in space or whatever where there's magic going on. You get these sort of quieter moments between, people just having a chat. But then when there's action, there is fucking action. There's just shit going on. Wild shit. And there's just ink all over the fucking page. Just drawings. Just shit going on. And I really appreciate that because I find that in my comics sometimes. I'll draw the main action thing happening, which is usually two people interacting, and that's about as much as I can be bothered to do. And then there's loads of space, and I'm like, oh, I could put some shit in here, but then it might crowd it, and I'll be worried about the figures getting lost in the thing. And that's, presumably down to, it's just an experience thing. The more you do, you just do it longer, get better at doing it. Sort of learn how to do shit, figure it out. Maybe I will take some inspiration from this, who knows? Maybe I won't. Maybe now I've got this, I'll just toss it to the side, use it as a doorstop or something. That's cool. Oh, I saw this one body up on a church steeple, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then carried on looking, and I realised, oh, no, there's a shitload of bodies all impaled on these church steeples. Cool, layout of a city and whatever. The Royal Capital, Wyndham. Ha! Ha! Gah! 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 I'm always saying that I love having belongings. I love owning things. I love ownership of objects, and I can't get fucking enough of them. So it's really cool that now I've got this new massive fucking Berserk book. So thanks for that to the person who forced me, physically fucking forced me to buy it and have it and look at it and comment on it, because now I get to have it in my home. I've got to fucking find a place to put it now. That's cool. I love doing that so much. Thanks for helping me to even better achieve my goals of owning shit. Love that for me. And for you and for all of us, because we're all one and the same. We're all one life experiencing itself as a vibration of fucking bollocks. No, we're not. We're a bunch of fucking organisms. You stupid ass. Hello. Fighting penis. Do. Bite my penis. Do. That's all I came up with for that song. Swipe my penis. Do. Grind my penis. Do. That will have different meanings for coffee enjoyers and for skateboarders. Possibly for people that work with power tools. The power tool workers. Them. The workers who work with power tools. The brum brum. Yeah, that's a power tool. Brum brum. There used to be a game called Cat Death Auto. I never played it. It was one of those old Flash games. I never played it myself, but I watched it being played by some of my friends, by a friend in particular. He was like, hey, have you seen this game? It's called Cat Death Auto. So basically, it's like Grand Theft Auto, but it's called Cat Death Auto. It's top down little Flash game, in the style of the old Grand Theft Autos. Back when it was good, not all this newfangled 3-dimensional immersive world kind of shit. Back when it actually made sense, because it was Grand Theft Auto and it looked like fucking police helicopter footage. And Grand Theft Auto was the police name code of the stealing a car and shit. It made sense. Now it's a glorified fucking cinematic masterpiece. You bunch of fuck garbage. Did you know number 6 coming out? Oh god, I can't wait. I never even played 5. No, I just don't really care. So it was called Cat Death Auto, and basically you run around, you drive around running over cats. Fuck cats. I actually love cats so much. Like, not even kidding. Cats are one of my favourite things on the planet. They don't necessarily cheer me up, but one of my favourite things to watch if I'm in a bad mood or if I'm in a good mood or whatever is just like any video that involves a cat meowing is just fucking... Much like owning objects, I can't fucking get enough of cats meowing. They're the fucking best and I love them. But if there's a funny video game, funny little flash game where I can drive around and run over cats, then that'd be funny. So this whole game, you know, little like indie handmade flash game. All of the sound effects were done with vocals. So the it had a little radio which you could turn on and off, and if you turn it on, it's just someone going do 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 on repeat ad nauseum, as they will say. And then you run over the cats and they go meow, and those sorts of things. And the car, as you're driving around, the person doing the noise for the car is just going brum 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 brum, and I guess like as you brake or turn, it goes or something. I don't know. Which is all. I say that because I did a power tool noise that was reminded me of that. Oh, it's funny the places your brain goes, innit? Shine my penis, do 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 do. Shiny penis, do 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 do. Oh, I wish I had a penis. I get penis envy regularly. That's the end of that one. That's as far as that one can go, because it's not true. I don't wish I had a penis. I thought about cutting mine off before. Fucking, it's a pain in the balls. I did my best to cut my balls off by getting a vasectomy, but I haven't quite got around to the penis yet. These are all lies. I'm just telling lies. I love having a penis. I think it's so much fun having a penis. Sometimes, you know. Obviously, it makes all women hate you because all women hate men. They hate penises, don't they? God. Oh, you can't find a good woman nowadays. They all just hate men. Feminisms. Feminism just makes women hate men. That's what it does, isn't it? Yep. Well, because I heard someone say that online, so that's probably sounds about right. I hate women, and that what I heard aligns with how I feel, and so I'm going to take it as fact, regardless of it being just fucking silly and clearly wrong. But feminism, I can't fucking get with the feminists and it makes them hate men, and I'm a man, and that's why I'm oppressed as a man, because women hate me. Nothing to do with the fact that I fucking sit here going, oh, women are fucking shit. I didn't intend to talk about any of this. Cat Death Auto, women being pieces of shit. Which they're not, you know. I just want to make it clear, you know, I'm trying to move away from my hating women as a joke thing. I feel like not only is that a bit tired in terms of me doing it, but also, again, it attracts, that kind of humour attracts people who actually feel that way, and that's not what I want to do. Because the people who actually feel that way are some of the biggest pieces of shit on the planet. Oh, don't want them around, do you? No, you don't. Because they're all fucking snivelling little shitlords. And I didn't even. I don't. Thing is, I haven't slept, and so I'm recording this instead. Did I tell you? Sometimes I wished that I would take a vow of silence, and sometimes when I'm going on and on, fucking on and on and on, that idea seems sensible, more and more sensible. Have you heard of Death Fist? Shout out to the guy who commissioned me to. He changed his commission. He commissioned me for something, but because I take so fucking long to do shit, he asked if I haven't started it yet, which I hadn't because I take too long to do shit. I do these days anyway. I feel like that's maybe it's part of burnout where I know at the start of my like the start of 2020 when I was first doing art like full time officially, I was getting like one commission done a day at least, sometimes multiple commissions done in a day. If it was like a painting and a drawing, doing both in a day, easy. And I could do that like week after week after week, just get so many commissions done. And these days I'm struggling to do a commission a week. Like, you know, I try to put just as much, if not more, effort into the pieces I'm doing. So yeah, maybe it takes more time to put that extra effort in. But even so, it's taken me a long time to do shit. And like I say, it's probably largely part of like burnout and just, you know, I'm just tired. The state of the world has just got me fucked up at the moment, which is partly why I'm not sleeping, and well, you know, one of the multitude of reasons why I'm not sleeping so much. Anyway, none of that is particularly relevant to what I was getting onto. That's today. That's the theme of today's episode is just fucking tangents, going off on fucking tangents all over the fucking place. So the guy commissioned me, but he said, "Can I change the commission idea if you haven't started it already?" And I said, "Oh well, I swear I was about to start your commission, but since you asked, yeah, of course, change your commission." And he said, do a Death Fist. He said he's been really enjoying looking at Death Fist and shit, and he wants me to do a Death Fist commission piece for him. So fucking shout out to that guy, because fuck yeah, you know, that's exactly what I want. I want, you know, as a person who makes shit, has my OCs, my own original characters I create. It feels really nice to have people say, "Can you please do a thing of your character for me?" Especially a character like Death Fist, who is, by all rights, very, very silly. I still remember, you know, it was on a podcast episode where we as a collective, came up with Death Fist. It was never intended as an actual thing to turn into something, to have a story behind it or whatever. But that's how these things happen, I suppose, isn't it? So this isn't that. This is just pages of Death Fist. But I just thought I wanted to mention the fact that somebody has commissioned me to do a Death Fist piece. So now, of course, I've got to do a Death Fist piece. And I have thought previously, like if I was going to do Death Fist, if I was going to paint a colour painting, for instance, of Death Fist, which this person has paid for, so that's what they want. Oh no, I did the Death Fist's hand over the knife handle. Shit. Because I feel like Death Fist, it might work in terms of a colour painting if I like paint the entire piece in colour, except have Death Fist be in grayscale, black and white. Because when I visualise Death Fist, I don't visualise him having like colour, like not like a colour of skin or coloured clothes or anything. So, and that could look even quite cool for a painting to, you know, have it all maybe not colourful, but like have it be a coloured painting. But then this grey fella in there, which is Death Fist, could look quite cool. That might be one of those ones. I'll do a little experiment of that, and if I think it looks alright, then I'll continue with it. But there's every chance it'll look shit, and then I might have to just give up on that idea. We'll see how it goes, won't we? We'll see how it bloody goes. What's going on in this panels? This page of panels, though. Ewan, what are you bloody doing, Ewan? It's quite funny. This is one of the funny panels I sort of mentioned here and there. I've been looking forward to drawing these ones because it's pretty funny, I've got to say. It is pretty funny. You know, it's pretty funny. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty funny. I'll do a rundown. Let me just get this knife drawn, and then God, there's Valentino, the evil. What did I call him? Edward Valentino. I don't know, something like that. That's one of those things where you come up with a name on the spot as you're drawing the final page of the comic. You're like, shit, I need to give the guy a name. What words are in my head? Valentino, sure. Edward Valentino. There you go. Done. Character name. Is it good? Does it fit? Is it relevant in any way? No. But fucking whatever. It gives a shit. So I am trying to, be inspired by Berserk in some small way, in the very small way of get your fucking comic done. Cunt. So what happened? Well, all my Death Fist pages are under a load of shit. You remember, because Death Fist, he went in the ground. I'm not going to get the other pages up because I can't be fucked. He went in the ground because Valentino had a kid with a knife to his neck and he was going to fucking knife him open. And then Death Fist went, oh, fuck this. Fell into the ground. And then I said about the whole thing of him going into hell and into, oh God, we were jumping through the fire and the monsters and all this shit. River of souls eaten by a beast. Comes out of the ground. On the other side, up behind Valentino, smacks him, clocks him one on the back of the bonds, bonk, falls to the floor, and then Death Fist leaps into action, and then this is, I don't know how clear this is the back of Valentino's head and his shoulder and arm, and then his leg and knee, and then he's putting his foot into Death Fist's chest, and they're like tussling on the ground, and it's all like, I'm gonna fucking get you, you bastard, yeah, fucking having a little fight, a little tussle, hustle, gussle, by bustle, whatever. And then that's the big main panel there, and then there's Valentino on the floor, and he spots his knife, because when he got hit in the back of the head, his knife went pinged off. I didn't draw it doing it, I just drew it going. But he sees his knife. He's like, go out there, that thing, get it. See, he's on the ground. He's got his foreign knife, and then oh no, he got his knife up, and he went, what, stab! And he's like, I like this pose. I don't think it fits into the story. This is where I feel like comics sort of, one of the struggles I have in drawing comics is you have to omit a lot, because in my head I want to draw Valentino grabbing the knife, twisting as he gets up onto his feet, and then spinning round and then stabbing Death Fist in the gut. And it says stab. Oh, he stabbed him. But realistically, I can't. I mean, I could draw that, but it doesn't really make sense. You have to take a few panels from that series and to go, okay, so he sees a knife, and then you assume he picks the knife up, gets up, stabs him in the chest, and then suddenly Death Fist has him in a headlock. I don't know how or when that happened, but it happened. And then this is the one I was looking forward to drawing, because then it's like the same panel. He's got dust pouring out of him, and I'll flick some speckles of paint just to emphasise the dustedness. Oh, I downed most of a can of Red Bull to give me the energy to record this shit because I haven't slept, and it's giving me gas, and just dust coming out. Maybe I'll put in like a pff or a psh sound effect, and they're both looking at it, and it's just dust, and then they're both looking at each other, and Deathfist looks quite angry, and then Valentino looks a bit worried as the dust is dissipating, and then the fist comes out, whoosh, and I'll put a whoosh here, whoosh, and then goomph, boosh, straight up, wah, wah, and I think that kind of works. Stab, and then and then whoosh. So it reads like this. Kind of read it this way, and then you read it this way, and then you read it this way, and then that goes up into here. Goomph. That's almost straight taken from Cheech Wizard, where Cheech Wizard would often kick the lizard in the gonads, and it would say goomph. I just stole that text basically straight from Cheech Wizard. And look, his body's like accordion collapsing up into itself as his penis is there. I might also put like a pop and a pop, so it's going pop pop as he's bursting his testicles with one swift uppercut to the nards. Goomph. Boo-hoo. I like this. I'm really happy with this page. I like having... So, the typical thing for Death Fist has been one main picture or panel in the centre and some other shit around it. This one changes that slightly with having two panels. I do change it here and there throughout the comic. And then this one, it's just one big fucking page. I've just got basically do his cloak and then sort of a few little elements here and there, but that's mostly done. I like this. I'm happy with that. That would be a good one to buy for anyone who wants to buy some original comic artwork, because that's a good solid single page piece, isn't it? Goomph. It's funny on its own, and then within context of the whole thing, it's all right. And now this one, see, I was going to have some power lines going as he's swinging his arm back, charging it up, ready to deliver the death blow from the Death Fist. And then I thought this would just be the whole page. I'm not quite sure about that now. I'm sort of not second guessing myself, but sort of having second thoughts about having literally this, as you see it now, was going to be the finished page of. You see this. I think I can't remember where. Let's see. Well, I've got my notes here. 2 page. Okay, yeah. So this would be a 2-page spread in the comic as it's printed. Which works. I think that's cool. So yeah, literally you read it like this, and then this goes up into here, so that works. And then you turn the page, and actually, yeah, I think this could work. Something small, a lot of empty space of just him pulling his fist back, and then this page is him delivering the death blow, and that would be the entire page is drawing and ink of him fucking smashing Valentino into the ground. So it could work having a very minimal small drawing on a page, and then the next one being the opposite of that, very zoomed in, close up, smack down, know your role. If you smell my penis, you're going to be hospitalized because it smells like a bunch of shit and piss. So that could work as a page. I'm debating it. I'm not sure. I've had a couple of other ideas. Somebody posted, literally just after I drew this, somebody posted a picture of a photo in their stories taken from another page of a little Asian girl playing Beyblades, and the pose she was striking was so similar to this, but from a slightly above angle. So she was really getting into the she had a Beyblade like this. She pulled it out, and her arms flew in opposite angles in a really, really cool dynamic pose. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, "That's exactly what I need. That's the exact reference I need." So I screenshotted that, and I might do a couple of drawings based on that, just to see how it looks. But I might. use that little Asian girl playing Beyblades as a direct reference, because I think that could make almost a better, basically like this, but with that reference, that image as reference for the drawing. You get it. Goomph. Very happy with that one. That's a cool page. And then for now, it just leaves all this inking to do for these next few pages, which is getting there. You know, it's all good, it's all gravy, it's all grand. Still quite a bit to do. Quite a lot of black for the shadow under him, and that will sort of balance out this panel a bit. I might keep Deathfist's hand in there. I'm a bit unsure about this panel. I wanted it to be quite zoomed in, but I want to show them tussling on the ground, but I'm not quite sure if that works or not. I think it kind of does. Well, I'll ink it and then see how it looks, and if I feel like it looks shit, I'll just fucking do it. I really like this pose of the stab, so I think I want to keep it, even though I feel like it doesn't necessarily work in context of the actual piece. But I am going to say fuck it because I like the drawing, so fucking whatevs. And I do feel like that's important, is sometimes something might not technically like work, like in terms of the physical makeup of what's supposed to be going on in the comic or whatever, but if it's a good drawing, fuck it, leave it in. Because that's the point in it. Well, I mean, the point isn't to have good drawings, but if you're able to have good drawings, then have good drawings in your comic. Hot take. Well, you know, some people don't. Sam Keith. Get it? Because that Batman Max story, it haunts me, it does. It fucking... And people seem to be in agreement, you know, that it's a pile of shit. I don't see how you could see it any other way. And hopefully people understand that it does come from a place of love and abjuration. Abnormal duration. Fucking shut up, idiot. Yeah. I think I just want to get this done, just because, as I say, I really like the pose. I was quite happy with myself. Every now and again, that'll happen where, you know, a lot of times I do just leave something as close to good enough as I can get it. Like, just that'll do. And I just leave it and move on, because as long as it's done, that's the important thing. Well, sometimes. Unless you're Sam Keith making a Max Batman comic, in which case just getting it done, you shouldn't. You should focus on making it good. But sometimes I do a drawing in like a comic like this, and I'm like, oh fuck, that's perfect, that's exactly what I was going for. I think the Death Fist climbing up the building was one of those, where, and it's similar to the chariot scene from Gun Viking, where they're riding the chariot with the two beasts and it's like coming towards the camera, and where, when I think about the fact that I've decided to make that part of the comic, and now I have to draw the thing, it terrifies me to think about it, and I'm like, oh god, how am I supposed to fucking draw this goddamn thing? I think the creators of The Simpsons, as I understand from listening to like commentaries on the DVDs and stuff, would have that same thing, but they'd say it as having to draw a circus train falling off a cliff. Like a train full of different size and shaped carriages, all carrying animals, and all the animals and the carriages, the train are all falling off the tracks down a cliff, like just basically using that as an illustration of being given something so absurd that you have to draw for a scene, and you just fucking despair at the idea of having to sit down and try to create that visually. So yeah, that chariot scene was one of those, and Deathvis climbing the building in a previous page was also one of those. Look at his face. I'm leaving that in. I'm going to Tipex. I'll do that now. Actually, I'll white out most of those blue lines, so it's a bit clearer. But I'm keeping his funny little frowny face in amongst his hair because I like it and I think it's funny. It looks so silly. But that's alright. Silly's good. Silly's allowed. You're allowed to be silly. Yeah, whatever. Look at this now. Look, it's funny. So I had I put on Instagram on my stories a little while ago. I had an idea for a funny little animation, a new funny animation, which was a bummer because it means I have to actually make the animation. Well, I don't have to make the animation, but if I want to make the animation, I have to actually make the animation. I've got to sit there and draw the whole fucking thing. But this is what it was. So there's a little guy cleaning a window, and it's all clean. So he stands, sort of leans back a bit, stands back, leans back, and admires how shiny and nice and clean it is. But then he goes, achoo, and sneezes a big load of snot all over it, and it's all splattered across the window, dripping down, and he's all frustrated, all hunched up, and then he sighs, he goes, and then he goes back to cleaning the window. And that's really good because it'll work on a loop, won't it? Clean a window, admire it, sneeze, get angry, sigh, clean a window, admire it, sneeze, get angry, sigh, clean it. You get it. I thought that'd be really funny, so I actually thought it would work as a comic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, a comic you like swipe through on Instagram, because everything's about content on Instagram now, isn't it? Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk to you again because a vision softly creeping. The idea came from a real life event. I was watching a person clean a window, and they had like a thing like a cloth in one hand and a squeegee in the other, and then they like crouched down, cleaning the corner of the window, and then they stood up and let out the biggest sneeze as I walked past. I don't know if they did sneeze on the window, but they had both of their hands full, and so they just, without covering it, just went like such a loud, violent sneeze. Like I say, as I was walking past, not in my direction, but as I was walking past, just out into the air, and I thought there was a little bit like, you like, if your hands are full, you put your fucking face into your elbow pit or whatever. You do something, you cover it in some way, but no, they just went and then that made me think of this. I thought that'd be really funny. So I thought it would work as like a comic, individual panels drawn appropriately, like this but better, and that would work just fine. But then I did this as I was taking a walk, so I walked a bit further, and I was like, oh no, that would work really well as an animation. Fuck. So I think it might work if I like draw it as a comic, but then just draw all the frames in between each of the panels, and then a few more, and then make it a thing. So I might do that at some point. I'd like to. I think I could do that in a day. What do you reckon? 5-6 seconds altogether? And maybe I'll add in sound effects, like in Cat Death Auto. I'll do all the sound effects with my own voice. I have another thing to show is a commission I'm working on. It's a pretty big one. The biggest one I've done, really. I don't know how much to fit on camera. Size of it. Fucking. Most commissions I do are like this big. But this is fucking gigantic. It's a pet portrait, as you can maybe see here. So the pet's name is Fizzgig, which is named after a little dog creature in Dark Crystal, the old Jim Henson movie. And so these are the Skeksis, the evil, I think that's what they're called, the evil bird monster things. And so I'm painting one of them, holding the little dog. I haven't painted the dog isn't dark purple in real life. I just haven't. It's actually white. So I'll paint that in. Maybe next. That might be the next thing I work on. There's not too much to do. I don't know if the person that commissioned this watches the podcast. I don't know if they'll watch this. This might be finished by the time I upload the video, actually. But it's taken me a long time to get to. I'm actually ashamed at how long it's taken me to get to the point of doing this. But because it was the biggest one I've done, because they didn't pay like loads and loads and loads of money, but they paid me quite a bit of money for it, and so I want to give them the value for that money, make sure it's big, and you can see there's a lot of detail and stuff in it. I'm really trying to make it good, but in that there's been a lot of anxiety about it, about wanting to make sure it's worth what the person paid, and so that's given me a lot of stress and anxiety, which maybe it shouldn't do, but it just has. So it's taken me a long time to get to, and now it's taken me a long time to do, because I actually did a couple of I did one drawing and one painting of this that I just wasn't happy with, so I scrapped them, and then this one I think I'm finally happy with it. I really only need to do this bottom part here, which is going to be sort of robes here, and then robes sort of fading into dark red / black. So there's not much to do with regards to that. And then the dog portrait itself properly, and then just like some details and like highlights and stuff here and there. So maybe 1 or 2 more sittings. I did one sitting, was just sketching it all out, and then I was like, okay, I've got that done and I'm happy with that, so I'll leave that for a bit. And another sitting I got the head done, another sitting I got the rest done that you can see. So I reckon 1 more sitting to get the dog done, and then 1 more sitting to get the background and the finishing touches done, and it should be finished. Like I say, I'm happy with how it's going, which is good, because I wasn't before. I'm very, very not happy with it before, and I just hope that the person who commissioned it isn't too upset for waiting so fucking long, because it's been way too fucking long. I don't know. I don't have any more words, so fuck off.